Round on. We won the roll against Dragon 12, the 12th in the famous Dragon line. Gonna go ahead and mulligan the no-lander and keep the 5-lander. Compulsive Research is exactly the one spell you want in your one spell hand. I will admit that much. This hand is quite vulnerable to discard, though, I will say that as well. Can bottom that, and I'm not going to fetch until 4, probably. So the bottom scry actually is going to impact 4 draws, or 3 draws at least, as I go Watery Grave into Shores, and then probably Tech Edge. Stomping Grounds is probably Scape Shift, which means our Compulsive Research is safe. But it also means that we need to find a specific subset of cards quite quickly. Tech Edge is probably going to be valuable, though. Scavenging Ooze, okay, so it's a creature strategy, which I'm actually happier about. I think we're better suited against creatures main deck than we are the other way around. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just do this, because next turn I can snap Victim. I get to fetch the other Watery Grave for free. No plays. It's also possible I should have just fetched on my turn. Not that I think Stomping Grounds Forest necessarily means we're under a huge threat of being mind censored, but I would say we're a non-0% chance to be mind censored, and we're not really bluffing anything by leaving that mana up. Those are those small little improvements you can make. Tooth and Nail. Blue-black Control versus Tooth and Nail? What year is this? 2006? Jeez. Well, the opponent is missing this next land drop. Or so I say. Can't really cut him off of Harmonizes. Slime is good but not game ending. I think we have to take Garrick here. The one thing about our removal suite being really cheap for Kalitas is that we don't have anything like Hero's Downfall. And we're a ways away from Tooth and Nail. Hopefully we'll be able to find more disruption by then. At the very worst, we can snap the Thoughtseize and hope these Harmonizes bricked. But I am going to go ahead and Compulsive off of the Tech Edge, because I want that in play, so the land I discard is going to want to be the Delta. I'll choose to discard a land. I like this interface change. Used to just be, if you discarded a land, then you could click OK or discard another card. So you'd click a land to discard it, and then click another land to play it, and you would just discard 2 lands. So I like that text box saying, whoa, 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 which do you actually want to do here? It's an extra click, theoretically, but not a huge deal, and helps a lot for clarity's sake. The second Tech Edge is also nice here. If the opponent just goes land, Harmonize, I can just double Tech Edge and set him back to the Stone Age, if that's what I want to do. Looks like they're missing this land drop, though. Though I don't know what there's to think about if this land drop is being missed. You play the card you drew or pass. I guess we can give a time allotment for tilt for missing a land drop in your ramp deck. So what else can we say? With Scavenging Ooze and Slime and no like Tron pieces, I'm gonna say that this is a Utopia Sprawl Arbor Elf, and potentially Nykthos and Voyaging Satyr setup, mana acceleration package. Traditionally, you know, Tooth and Nail in Standard was use the Urzatron lands, but Utopia Sprawl, Arbor Elf, Nykthos is a lot more explosive these days, and weirdly, putting a Utopia Sprawl on a basic land is almost safer than trying to use a Tron land when everybody has things like Crumble, uh, and Fulminators and the like. Still, still succumb to Ghost Quarter, but not to Tech Edge. Though I would say Ghost Quarter is the more common of the two there. So it looks like that was just a tilt break, which is fine. I'm tempted to play the Tectonic Edge first, because I want to leave up black in case I want a victim instead of leak. And like, if I compulsive into a black land, I'm gonna want to discard that land because the Tectonic Edge actually has utility. So I'll risk having to discard a second card. I don't think we're gonna lose due to card economy necessarily, but we could lose to bungling our mana. But we end up drawing a bunch of lands that we can discard, so that works out famously. So now we have some disruption. We have some development, some disruption, and some clockiness. Looking good. Looking real nice. Yep. AJ's predictions hold true. I am just gonna blow a victim on this because I want to be using my mana and cards. Tar Pit go, I think? As tempting as it is to Snapcaster a compulsive, I think saving it for a leak or a cryptic or something down the road is more valuable. Alright, 4th land. Now starts the counter game. Gonna have to get 2 basics. Oh, these mismatched basics. Oof. I'm not a stickler for matching basics, but you can't go like full art, non-full art like that. I'll just blast this now. Save a mana. Snap Leak is 4. I'll just play Tar Pit. Ooh, basic. And now we hope that we can close the door in time. Apparently my opponent thought that we could. Alright. Tooth and Nail is not one of the cards I was thinking of when I was saying that Inquisition doesn't hit everything, but Garruk, Harmonize, Slime, Tooth and Nail, there are very few cards that actually want to Inquisition. The accelerators, I would rather use the spot removal on the creatures, things like explosives for Utopia Sprawls might be worthwhile. Definitely want the Thoughtseize, and definitely want the Vendilions. Damnation, not that appealing. It's good if they have a multi-elf draw, but I suppose it's good against like elf scavenging ooze, just kill them both. Clean 2 for 1. I think Kalitas is good, even though it's slow and weird, but they have enough creatures that we can get value from it. And the extra body to pressure planeswalkers is nice as well. So I guess we're going to go no Spreading Seas, yes Vendilions. I think I want explosives. I'll shave a Damnation, and then what's my worst removal spell? Probably Cut, weirdly enough. My life total doesn't matter that much, but I need to be able to kill the mana creatures cheaply, and a bunch of delve against scavenging uses might not be the easiest. Oh, I need one more cut. Like the counter magic, like the snapcasters, like the discard. Is it just another removal spell? Not comfortable cutting card draw. I can shave a Kalitas. I don't want to have to tap out necessarily. Alright. A little shave on the expensive sorceries for cheaper interaction and instance. Again, this is like the ideal matchup for the Vendilions, as I was saying in the deck tech about how they function out of the sideboard. Yeah, I'll keep you. Comes into play tapped land is a little awkward here. Hashtag Frankerzy. Arbor Elf. It's very tempting to just kill that. So I think I will. It threatens a lot of mana and a lot of key mana as well. Puppy, please. But yeah, this comes into play tap land. It's like this, pay a bunch of life. Oh, Boseiju. That is a good card. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in Spreading Seas because of things like that? I wouldn't doubt it. What is a third mana gonna do? Don't think much. Especially considering if it's a spell, I won't be able to counter it anyway. It's gonna be embarrassing when this is a creature I wish I countered. Rats. Alright, maximum punishment here. Let's see if we can right the ship. Don't think they're going to jam a Garruk into a leak here. But I also can't afford to tap down. Like, pay 2 more life, tap out for compulsive, and then get Garruked. That would stink. Definitely going to want a couple Spreading Seas. Like, hitting Nykthos is sort of valuable, but if they have enough devotion that Nykthos is producing mana en masse, then I'm probably losing anyway. So I didn't think I wanted Spreading Seas, but Boseiju is definitely a bit scary when you consider that things like Harmonize into Primal Command, into Tooth and Nail are potential sequences that can happen. Not sure what else Boseiju protects from this Tooth deck. Beast Within, maybe? I'm not too scared of Beast Within. Come on, Garruk, and not Harmonize. Yes! Boseiju, of course, only protects instants and sorceries. Was made in Champions of Kamigawa before Planeswalkers existed. So it would have been quite weird if it protected Planeswalkers. I'm going to leave up another leak. I don't want to get acidic slimed yet. And this Garruk means that there's potentially more in tow. And by playing a land tapped, I'm leaving shields down for Snap Leak. So maybe they're more inclined to run into a leak. It's like, oh, they already used their leak and they don't have Snap Leak up. At least that's my thinking. Life total is starting to come under distress here. Just a bit. Here's Slime Ball, I assume. It is Primal Command. Cannot counter that one. So the 2 modes chosen put my land on top, which is really unfortunate. And search up. Probably just Slime Ball. Oh, Witness. Oh, it's like a loop. Well, I can't even leak that, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to compulsive try and find a discard spell. Did not hit a discard spell, but one, two, three, four, five. So I can't play Tasker this turn. That's not the worst. It's not great, but it's not the worst. Stops the bleeding a bit. Slows the beats from this witness. And actually, using Boseiju every turn, this is like a 3-turn clock on its own. With Cryptic to clear the way. 2-turn clock, like 2 hits, thanks to Cryptic also. Might just be the beatdown now. Hard to play the control against Boseiju and witness loops. So, slight unexpected role reversal, but it's actually working out okay, I think. For now, at least. As my opponent cannot cast that Primal Command right away. Alright. Wow. That's pretty saucy as well. Let's start in the place that is natural with an attack. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can do something akin to... Oh, I'm surprised we didn't see a chump there. This attack should indicate something to my opponent. I'm trying to think if there's a way that I can tap, bounce, Boseiju, something like that. I don't think that helps us, though. So I'm just going to pass and hope that we don't get too annihilated. Arbor Elf, of course, can only untap a forest, so we're not going to see any double Nykthos action like we would with Voyaging Satyr, for example. If that were a thing, I'd certainly have to intervene. Using Boseiju to protect things does make it quite difficult for my opponent to ever do 2 things in a turn. Which makes it a lot easier to play from my side, at least. One of the fatal flaws of Boseiju. Boseiju as a strategy, that is. Arbor Elf. So that gives 6 devotion, so we can see 6, 7, 8 mana? 9 mana, right? 2 to pay for Nykthos. And that's 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's a magic number. My opponent has not played a land. It's actually a bit tempting to be a little cheeky here and mana leak this. If I leak it and they don't pay, they have 8 mana. It's not enough to Tooth and Twine. They can Primal Command. They could actually... I was gonna say they could pay and then Primal, but they'd have to use Boseiju through Nykthos, so it wouldn't protect the Primal from the second leak. So that's a non-factor. I can't just let this resolve, because then I just get Tooth Entwined. Unless... No. I'll get Tooth Entwined if I bounce the lands that Arbor Elf tries to untap as well, which is unfortunate. If I get double Nykthos, I'm just dead. If they have another land, I'm just dead. They have another land and Tooth, I mean. As cheeky as leaking it is, I don't know if it gets me anywhere. Oh, this is rough. How could a turn 7 Arbor Elf put me in this much of a bind? If I countered the elf, what would my other mode be? Bounce Boseiju? That doesn't make sense. Bounce Arbor Elf? That also doesn't make sense. I guess it would just be draw a card. Or tap. Tap all would threaten lethal eventually. Alright, I'm just going to let it resolve and hope that whatever they do, we can break it up with the Cryptic. And if it's just Primal, one of the modes will have to be gain 7, which is good that we're putting them in a spot where they can't get max value out of all their cards. Alright, so they did have a forest and played it. So now whatever this is, I could actually bounce the Boseiju. Alright, looks like we're getting toothed. Tuffed, as they say. Were I Brummy. I assume it's Tooth. Tooth is 5 GG and 2 colorless. Or 2 generic, rather. To kick, to entwine. So this is just hard cast. Tapping these two would entwine it. We have seen the Stomping Grounds. The kills that I've seen in most Tooth decks these days. Not that I see a lot, but alright, so it is Primal. And it is put a land on top and search. Interesting. Interesting. Witness. Cast it into my floating mana for no reason? Go to second main. What are you doing? What is happening here? Let's say my opponent correctly goes to their second main. What do we do? You guys just nothing. Hold up leak. Maybe take a beating and then Cryptic on upkeep. Why is there 2 floating still? Oh, right, from the Nykthos. Looks like Cryptic now doesn't get me anywhere. I would like to pass and let my mana disappear. No, 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 no. This can't attack. What? You just don't want to cast your Witness? I'm so confused. So very, very confused. Yeah. And now I just go Cryptic, Cryptic. 2/3 for Witness. And then 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total mana for Nykthos. Plus Boseiju. So even if the Arbor Elves are tapped, opponent has 9. Witness, Primal Gain Life is problematic. It's probably my best bet, though. Just tap, draw, hope. Bouncing Boseiju can cut off another mana, but it's not really a concern. Rather get a card deeper towards a damnation or something. There's a Tech Edge. Quite a bit late, but might actually do something. My opponent is... oh, sure. My opponent is essentially forced into Witness Command. I don't know if I ever finished my thought, but the win condition with the red is Xenagos the Reveler, Emrakul. Give it haste and plus 15 or whatever. But Cryptic breaks that up. Or at least fogs it. Some of the old school combos couldn't really be broken up like that. But a lot of them weren't instant wins either. They were just one-sided Wraths with the Mephidros Vampire and Triskelion, for example. Gain 7, put Tar Pit back. No, you probably have to search, honestly. Gain 7, search for Witness again. Gain 7, search for something you can cast. Voyaging Satyr. Another Arbor Elf. None of those are very appealing. Imagine this is the thought process my opponent is going through. What do you find here? Overgrowth. It's like super abundant growth. Gain 7, search. Yep. I figured as much, but I am curious what they're going to find. I'm not sure that there's an obvious answer. Outside of another Witness. The last Witness, actually, it would be. But we shall see. Reveals Emrakul. Excuse me, what? I'm trying to hardcast that thing? That is scary. Good thing I had this Tech Edge. Holy smokes. You are not messing around. Last card in hand is Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. Wow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Once I kill Nykthos. See if they take it because they think they might need the pips. No, they do chump. Boop. Tappy tappy. Looking for a Snapcaster or Damnation, basically. JCB, not the answer. Windswept Heath, not the answer for my opponent. Vendilion actually might be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm not getting Emmy'd, which is good. Since it's the Oscars that are coming up, not the Emmys. I am going to Vendilion them, because I think I can close the game. So, that being said, I should Jace. So I don't think 2 leaks are going to do it. Theoretically, I could get rid of one of them with the Vendilion, but I think it's more important. Like, I think the Vendilion is just going to kill my opponent. The Tasker is staying back on defense, in case that was not clear. It's gonna have to, because if I use this fetch to cast the Vendilion, I'll be at 5 facing 4 with 1 blocker. I don't want to have to trade away Vendilion. I don't wanna. Kalitas, hello. Hello, you. Talk about that life gain. Bleh. Pass. Nine means Vendilion only needs 1 clean attack, because then the turn after Vendilion and Cryptic, or Vendilion and Tar Pit become lethal. Lots of bricks in the opponent's deck, so ooh, gonna have to take that one. So they're gonna have to have 2 good ones in a row. They had at least 1 in the row. Can the next one be a tooth and or nail? Another harmonize. Ooh, Garrick. Okay. I can beat Garrick. I can certainly beat Garrick. Trying to overrun, eh? So I am going to have to attack it. Oh, that's just Emrakul mana. Straight up. Was this Emrakul mana already? No, it wasn't. Okay. Right? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? Yeah, it was. Garrick was totally superfluous. It actually spent a mana, right? Because it cost 4 and gained... No, it broke even. Yeah, so I'm just an idiot. The old Arbor Elf interaction. I can sacrifice... Oh, it doesn't. I'm getting overrun. Yeah, we got a hardcast Emmy'd. Bummer. Ah, those stupid mana leaks. They're like really bad against Boseiju and really good everywhere else. Definitely want these spreading seas, at least 2, maybe 3. The spot removal just gets worse and worse. The mass removal looks better and better. I am a little tempted with these Inquisitions just because it's good against Witness or Overgrowth if they tap out for... Yeah, like if they tap out for Harmonize or Primal Command, getting a Witness Inquisition's not bad. But I think Leak is more effective anyway. Kalitas is really unappealing the more I think about it. Especially when I have access to Vendilions. Might even play all the Spreading Seas and a Leak. Just cut the 4-drop entirely. Yeah, I like this. I want this Leak as well, but I don't know what else to cut. I'm already down to 4 spot removal spells. Actually, Dismember is better than Slaughter Pact, surely. Not in love with cutting Jace, but Jace and Vendilion don't really get along too well. They kind of are playing different sides, so. Gotta love this mana. Why take Harmonize, my opponent says? Because I didn't count. Did not count your mana. Blood Moon. If I had a normal draw, I would probably let you keep it, but I think I have to take it now. Because I want to... I guess I could take Sprawl, Leak. No, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'll just take... I'll just take the Blood Moon, whatever. And then I can take the Garruk. I can hold up Leak this turn, and then Thoughtseize hold up Leak the turn after, and then Vendilion on 4. Yeah, Tar Pit Vendilion on 4. Works out pretty well. We saw Wolf Run and a Nykthos, as well as that Heath and Basic. Or actually, we didn't see the Basic. The Basic was a draw. We'll tag that. That is too much mana. Slow down. You move too fast. So many Tar Pits. Am I supposed to Vendilion now? I think probably. Yeah, because I used the Leak on 2, so I don't have to hold up on 3. And I don't want to waste 2 mana. So I might as well get my Vendilion in. Get that Garruk out of there. Right. Pang pang. Seju. Interesting. So I get to take one of the 5s and then Tech Edge after. Yeah, I mean it's just this one, right? slime ball is not nearly as threatening. Maybe I'm supposed to play Tech Edge there. Nah. Rather have the slime blow up a superfluous tar pit. Bang. Ooh, Snappy McGee. That's a pretty good draw. I don't have anything to Thoughtseize though. It's gonna have to be Leak. But I can't Leak with Boseiju up. Nykthos is break even right now. And my opponent's hand is the Wolf Run and X, right? Wolf Run and something I don't know. Alright. I can... 6 mana is not really a key point. Watch me say that and then get prime timed. I don't think these decks play prime time. And Wolf Run for 3. For 2, right? Doesn't make sense to pay 2 mana for, or 2 life for 1 life. You got it. So I guess I can just tag the Wolf Run. Does that make sense though? Because like, if I tag the Boseiju and play Tar Pit, I can't snap Leak anyway. So maybe I tag here, play Ambush Viper. That way I deal 5 this turn, so Snapcaster, or so Tar Pit plus Vendilion is lethal next turn. Ooh. Kind of best of both worlds there, honestly. Want them to pay 2 life if they have to. Nykthos is a lot scarier, I think. They just like play a Witness, they could just go off. Ooh, wait. Does this fall off if I Spreading Seas? I actually don't know. Spreading Seas, Utopia, Sprawl, Ruin. Goofoo. Yes, Spreading Seas will make Utopia fall off due to illegal targeting. I don't know. Let's see if it works. Hey, it worked. Cool. And we learned something today. By we, I mean me. I bet a lot of you guys knew that. Defensive slimes, the best kind. See no reason not to go for a legal attack. Boom, game. Despite my missteps, both in sideboarding and not counting in game 2.